We all want to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. But sometimes, without realizing it, we lead a life full of habits and beliefs that limit our potential. These can be fears from past negative experiences, self-imposed limitations, or relationships that have had a negative impact on us. These elements can overshadow our happiness, disturb our peace of mind, and make it difficult to achieve our goals. But the good news is that we have the power to change this. We can quietly remove everything that no longer serves us. We can transform ourselves by making room for what really matters. In this video, we'll discover the 15 things you need to remove from your life and learn how you can do it. Let's get started. 1. Negative thoughts. One of the most harmful things you can do to yourself is to constantly criticize and belittle yourself. Negative thinking is a form of mental sabotage that erodes your confidence and self-esteem. It also prevents you from taking positive steps and achieving your goals. The truth is that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. And you have the power to choose which thoughts to focus on and which ones to ignore. Instead of letting your inner critic run the show, challenge it with logical and compassionate responses. Replace the words "I can't" with "I can," or "I will." Replace the words "I am not good enough" with "I am worthy" or "I am capable." Replace the words "I am a failure" with "I am learning" or "I am a fighter." By doing this, you are not only changing your mindset, but also your reality. You create a positive feedback loop that strengthens your self-belief and motivation. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not over external events. Realize this and you will find power. 2. Toxic relationships. Another thing you need to quietly remove from your life is toxic relationships. These are relationships that drain your energy, make you feel bad about yourself, and bring out the worst in you. They can be romantic, platonic, familial, or professional. They can be subtle or overt, but they always have a negative impact on your health. Signs of a toxic relationship include lack of trust, respect and honesty, constant criticism, blame and guilt, manipulation, control and jealousy, emotional, verbal or physical abuse, lack of support, empathy and appreciation. If you notice any of these signs in your relationships, it is time to take action. You deserve to be treated with kindness, dignity and love. You deserve to be surrounded by people who lift you up, inspire you and celebrate you. You deserve to be happy. And sometimes, the only way to achieve that is to let go of the people who don't make you happy. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. 3. Holding grudges. Holding a grudge is like a poison that seeps into your mind and heart, rotting your happiness and peace of mind. They keep you stuck in the past, causing you to relive pain and resentment over and over again. They also prevent you from moving forward and healing, blocking your growth and potential. Instead of letting grudges consume you, why not choose to forgive? Forgiveness is not ignoring or forgetting the wrongs done to you, but freeing yourself from their burden. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself, not to the other person. It is a way of saying, I won't let it define me, I won't let it ruin my future, I won't let it take away my joy. By forgiving, you not only release the burden of pain, you also open the door to healing and reconciliation. You create a space for new possibilities and opportunities. You become a person who can rise above the pain and embrace the present. As Marcus Aurelius said, the soul is painted with the color of its thoughts. 4. Pleasing people. People-pleasing is trying to make everyone else happy, often at the expense of your own happiness, needs, or values. The main triggers can be various factors such as fear, guilt, or approval. People-pleasing can have negative effects, such as losing your identity, compromising your integrity, or becoming angry with others. To eliminate people-pleasing from your life, start by being true to yourself and your values. Know who you are, what you want, and what you stand for. Don't let others dictate your choices, ideas, or actions. Don't be afraid to say no, set boundaries, or express your feelings. Don't feel guilty for prioritizing your own well-being, happiness, or goals. Try to please yourself instead of trying to please everyone else. Seek inner fulfillment instead of seeking external approval. Be a leader instead of a follower. When you remove people-pleasing from your life, you will be able to live authentically, confidently, and freely. You will also be able to respect yourself and earn the respect of others. You will also be able to attract the right people who love you for who you are, not for what you do. As Marcus Aurelius said, the purpose of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to avoid finding yourself in the ranks of the insane. 5. Benchmarking. Do you ever feel like you are running in a never-ending race? Do you ever look at others and wonder why they seem to have it all while you struggle to keep up? Do you ever feel like you are not good enough, smart enough, or successful enough? If you do, you are not alone. Many of us fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others, and it can be exhausting, frustrating, and depressing. It can make us feel like we are missing out on the beauty of our own lives, the uniqueness of our own stories. So what happens when we stop comparing ourselves to others and start celebrating ourselves instead? What if we embrace our flaws, our mistakes, our successes, no matter how big or small? What if we realize that life is not a scripted series where everyone follows the same plot, but a messy, unpredictable, and varied adventure where everyone has their own twists and turns? This is not easy. It requires trust and gratitude. It requires self-acceptance and self-love. But it is worth it. Because by doing so, you not only free yourself from the chains of comparison, but you also discover the value of your own journey. Not only are you moving forward, but you are rewriting the rules of the game on your own terms. As Epictetus said, control your perceptions, direct your actions, willingly accept what is beyond your control. 6. Complaining is the act of expressing dissatisfaction or discontent with something or someone. It can be useful when it leads to constructive feedback, problem-solving, or positive change. But it can also be harmful when complaining becomes a habit, a coping mechanism, or a way of avoiding responsibility. Complaining can have negative effects, such as reinforcing a victim mentality, attracting more negativity, or pushing others away. To eliminate complaining from your life, start by becoming more aware of your thoughts and words. Notice how often you complain and what triggers you. Is it stress, boredom, frustration, or something else? Then try to replace your complaints with gratitude solutions or actions. For example, if you are stressed about work, you can express gratitude for having a job, or look for ways to improve your situation, or take action to reduce your workload. If you are bored with your routine, you can express gratitude for stability or look for ways to spice up your life or take action to try something new. If you feel frustrated with someone, you can express gratitude for their presence, or look for ways to understand them better, or take action to communicate your feelings. By removing complaining from your life, you can develop a more positive, optimistic, and proactive mindset. You can also attract more positivity, happiness, and success. As Marcus Aurelius said, dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them. 7. Excuses are reasons or explanations we give to justify or rationalize our actions or inactions. Excuses can be useful when they are true, valid, or unavoidable. But they can also be harmful when they are false, invalid, or avoidable. Making excuses can prevent us from taking responsibility, learning from our mistakes, or achieving our goals. It can also damage our credibility, integrity, or reputation. To eliminate excuses from your life, start by being honest with yourself and others. Admit when you make a mistake, fail, or miss an opportunity. Don't blame others, circumstances, or luck. Instead, acknowledge your actions or inaction and apologize if necessary. Then try to learn from your experience and improve your performance, behavior, or attitude. For example, if you made a mistake at work, you can admit it, apologize, and ask for feedback or guidance. If you have failed to fulfill a promise, you can acknowledge it, apologize, and offer a solution or compensation. If you have missed an opportunity, you can acknowledge it, apologize, and seek another chance or alternative. As Marcus Aurelius said, the first rule is to have an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and accept them as they are. 8. Dwelling on the past. Dwelling on the past is the act of constantly thinking about or regretting what happened in the past, instead of focusing on the present or the future. It can be caused by a variety of factors, such as trauma, guilt, or nostalgia. Dwelling on the past can have negative consequences, such as depression, anxiety, or low self-esteem. To overcome this negativity, start by accepting and forgiving yourself and others for what happened. Accept that you cannot change the past, but you can learn from it and move on. Instead of replaying the past in your mind, try to reframe it in a positive or constructive way. For example, if you made a mistake, you can see it as a lesson or an opportunity to improve yourself. If you have lost someone, you can see it as a chance to honor their memory or legacy. If you missed an opportunity, you can see it as a motivation or a catalyst for change. When you remove clinging to the past from your life, you can live in the present and enjoy the moment. As Marcus Aurelius said, Don't let the past bother you. Leave everything in the hands of the universe. 9. Losing your temper. Imagine being in a heated meeting, your heart pounding with frustration. We've all been there, haven't we? In those moments, the temptation to release our anger is overwhelming. But what if we choose to speak softly instead? That is, what if we could harness that fiery energy not by shouting, but with calm and decisive words? It's not just about protecting our face during a fight. It's a journey towards mastering our inner storms. Think of a time when you witnessed someone losing their cool. How did that make you feel? Uncomfortable, perhaps even frustrated? Now imagine someone who remains calm despite the chaos. Their voice is like a soothing balm in a sea of noise. Isn't that who we all want to be? It is in such trials, in these tests of the soul, that we find our true strength. We can turn anger into action, frustration into focus. It is not just about suppressing your anger. It's about channeling that energy into something that moves us forward, turning stumbling blocks into stepping stones. Heraclitus was aware of something when he said, "Equal-mindedness is the greatest virtue." It is a reminder that in the eye of the storm, calm is our greatest weapon and balance is the truest form of courage. Remember this the next time the tides of emotion rise. Your ability to remain undisturbed, to speak in a whisper when everyone expects you to shout, is not just a virtue. It is a superpower and it is unique to you. The 10th thing you need to eliminate from your life is gossip. Imagine you are in an environment where someone is talking badly about another person. Wouldn't you wonder what they were saying when you weren't around? Spreading negative opinions about others is a slippery slope. Not only does it damage the reputation of the person being talked about, but it also damages the credibility of the person doing the talking. It shows a lack of respect, empathy, and maturity. It also creates a toxic environment where suspicion and hostility replace trust and harmony. Instead of wasting your time and energy gossiping, why not focus on improving yourself? Why not try to understand and appreciate the differences and perspectives of others? Why not celebrate their achievements and support their development? Why not be a source of positivity and inspiration instead of negativity and criticism? By doing so, you not only improve your own character, but also enrich your relationships. You create a culture of kindness, generosity, and cooperation. You become a leader, a role model, a friend. As Seneca said, criticizing the weaknesses of others is a charade used to hide your own virtues. 11. Explain when you are hurt by someone you once thought was a close friend. Remember that you don't owe them a long explanation or a dramatic showdown. The wisest course of action is to move on. It is not about getting even or demanding an apology. It is about keeping your peace. You may find yourself in a situation where this person comes back and asks you for help. Believe me, all you need is a firm no. You don't have to lend a helping hand to someone who has broken your trust. The thing is, avoiding the drama and quietly distancing yourself from them is often the wisest decision you can make. Let time reveal the consequences of their actions. Focus on taking care of yourself. Let the future unfold as it will. This is often the best way for both of you to grow. So be realistic. You don't have to keep people in your life who disrespect you. Everyone deserves to be appreciated for who they are, and walking away from those who don't is actually a brave choice. It's about choosing your mental health and growth over unnecessary drama. As Marcus Aurelius said, the best revenge is to be different from the one doing the injustice. Don't stoop to their level. Instead, invest in becoming the best version of yourself, developing your inner peace and character. 12. Worrying about the future means constantly imagining what might happen in the future, instead of focusing on the present or on action. Is the act of being afraid of it. Worrying about the future can be caused by various factors such as uncertainty, insecurity, or pressure. It can even have negative effects such as stress, insomnia, or paralysis. To eliminate worrying about the future from your life, start by accepting the fact that you cannot control or predict the future, but you can prepare for it and influence it. Instead of imagining the worst-case scenarios, try to imagine the best-case scenarios. Instead of fearing the unknown, try to embrace the possibilities. Instead of stressing over outcomes, try to focus on actions. For example, if you are worried about an exam, you can visualize yourself passing the exam or finding the answers. If you are worried about a job interview, you can embrace the opportunity or showcase your skills. If you are worried about a decision, you can focus on the pros or make a plan. By removing worrying about the future from your life, you can live in the present and enjoy the moment. You'll also be able to take action for the future and achieve your goals. You will be able to relax, sleep, and breathe. As Marcus Aurelius said, never let the future disturb you. If you have to, you will meet it with the same weapons of reason that today arm you against the present. 13. Judging yourself or others. Judging yourself or others is the act of drawing conclusions about yourself or others based on superficial, incomplete information. Judging yourself or others can be driven by various factors, such as ego bias or insecurity. It can have negative effects such as low self-esteem, poor relationships, or narrow-mindedness. To remove this negativity from your life, start by being more aware and mindful of your thoughts and words. Notice how often you judge yourself or others and what triggers you to do so. Is it appearance, behavior, or status? Then, try to replace your judgments with curiosity, compassion, or appreciation. For example, if you judge yourself for your appearance, you can be curious about your features, compassionate about your flaws, or appreciative of your uniqueness. If you judge others for their actions, you can be curious about their motives, compassionate about their struggles, or appreciative of their differences. By removing judgment of yourself or others from your life, you can improve your self-esteem, your relationships, and your worldview. You will also be able to increase your knowledge, empathy, and diversity. You will also be able to respect yourself and others. As Marcus Aurelius said, whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the question, what is my fault that is most similar to the one I am about to criticize? 14. Limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are beliefs you hold about yourself, others, or the world that limit your potential, happiness, or success. Limiting beliefs can be formed by a variety of factors, such as experiences, influences, or assumptions. Limiting beliefs can have negative effects such as fear, doubt, or stagnation. You can remove limiting beliefs from your life by identifying and challenging them. Start by reading. Ask yourself, what are the beliefs that are holding me back? Where do they come from? Are they true or based on evidence? How do they affect me or my life? Then try to replace them with empowering beliefs. For example, if you believe you are not good enough, you can challenge this by listing your strengths, achievements, or compliments. If you believe you can't do something, you can challenge it by finding examples of people who have done it or by trying it yourself. If you believe you don't deserve something, you can challenge it by recognizing your worth or asking for it. By removing limiting beliefs from your life, you can unlock your potential, happiness, and success. You will also be able to overcome your fears, doubts, and obstacles. You will also be able to grow, change, and excel. As Marcus Aurelius said, what hinders action, advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. 15. Perfectionism. Perfectionism is the tendency to set unrealistically high standards for oneself or others, and to be overly critical of any flaws or mistakes. It can be caused by various factors such as fear, insecurity, or pride. Perfectionism can have negative consequences such as procrastination, anxiety, depression, or burnout. To eliminate perfectionism from your life, start by accepting yourself and others as they are, with their strengths and weaknesses. Accept that no one is perfect and that perfection is not a requirement for success or happiness. Instead of focusing on flaws or shortcomings, focus on progress or achievements. Instead of comparing yourself or others to unrealistic ideals, compare yourself to your previous self and celebrate your progress. Instead of being harsh or judgmental, be kind and compassionate. Instead of aiming for perfection, aim for excellence, which is doing the best you can with what you have. By removing perfectionism from your life, you will be able to enjoy the process, not just the outcome. You will also be able to embrace challenges, learn from failures, and grow from feedback. You will also be able to increase your creativity, productivity, and well-being. As Marcus Aurelius said, be content as you are and do not desire to change. Neither fear your last day nor long for it. That's it for the video, dear friends. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something valuable. I hope you were inspired to quietly remove these 15 things from your life and make room for the things that really matter. I hope you are ready to transform yourself and create the life you want. Remember, you have the power to change your life. You have the power to silence the noise and listen to your inner voice. You have the power to follow the wisdom of the Stoics and live in harmony with nature. Thank you for watching this video and being part of our Stoic family. I appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you in my next video. Before you go, please take a moment to share your thoughts on this video. Which of these 15 things do you need to quietly eliminate from your life? How do you plan to do this? What are the benefits or challenges of doing so? Please leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video with your friends. Be a Stoic, stay happy.